So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Έλα ρε. Έχει και τέτοιο τέλος. Ή μπορεί και να μην έχει. Δεν ξέρω τώρα τι έγινα. Έχει μια επιλογή Begin the Game Again, την οποία δεν την είχα δει προηγουμένως. Μήπως δεν ήταν κάποιος τερματισμός και ουσιαστικά μου το συνεχίζει.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Αναρωτιέμαι.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Αναρωτιέμαι, είναι καινούργιο run. Ή συνεχίζει το παιχνίδι. Μπορεί και να συνεχίζει. Την προηγούμενη φορά δεν είχε τέτοια μουσική. Αυτό δεν το παρατήρησα.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Όπως είπα, δεν θα τον ακολουθήσω και από τη στιγμή που δεν ξέρω άμα είναι καινούργιο παιχνίδι ή όχι, θα πάω πάλι δεξιά.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ίσως το τελείωσα, απλά το συνεχίζω, γιατί έγραφε The Game Never Ends. Οπότε με το που τελειώνει σε ξαναβγάζει στο...
Wow, yes, this room.
Στο
What
αρχικό
a beautiful
δωμάτιο.
room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Αυτό νομίζω δεν το είπε την προηγούμενη φορά. Θα πρέπει να το κοιτάξω στο edit.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Παίζει να το άκουσα αυτό βασικά, όντως. 1.25
At
ακριβά
this
είναι.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Τώρα θα δοκιμάσω πάντως να κάνω το κάτι άλλο. Εκείνο που είπα ότι θα πηδήξω από το...
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Θα
But
πηδήξω
at
από
last,
το...
he'd had
Έλα.
enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Όχι, εδώ.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Και από εδώ, αντί να πάω ίσια εκεί, θα δοκιμάσω να πέσω σε αυτό το μέρος. Βασικά όχι ψέματα, θα πηδήξω κάτω. Α, και ίσως αργότερα να πάρω την κάρτα και να μπορώ να έρθω με την κάρτα από εδώ. Ίσως, για να το δούμε.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Ouch.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Αυτό δεν το περίμενα. Άρα μάλλον είναι τερματισμός, διάφοροι τερματισμοί από το παιχνίδι, ας πούμε αυτοί.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit.
Opa.
Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Άρα δεν είναι τερματισμοί, γιατί τώρα είπε κάτι διαφορετικό πάλι. Επίσης, the end is never the end. Αυτά σίγουρα δεν τα είχαν οι υπολογιστές προηγουμένως. Τόσο πάλι κλειστός είναι. Οπότε ξέρουμε ότι άμα πέσουμε, πεθαίνουμε. Οπότε αυτή τη φορά δεν θα πέσουμε, θα δοκιμάσουμε να κάνουμε το άλλο που είπαμε, να περάσουμε με το lift. Τώρα γιατί δεν είπε τίποτα, περίεργο. Δεν θα πεις κάτι ρε?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Μάλιστα.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Για να δούμε, αυτή τη φορά θα πει πάλι τα ίδια.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Αυτό ήταν καινούριο, δεν το είχε ξαναπεί.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Αυτό το είχε ξαναπεί.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Επιμένει πάντως με αυτή την πόρτα.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Έρχομαι εδώ και τώρα θα κάνουμε... Άραγε μπορώ να φτάσω... Νομίζω σηκώνεται προς το τέλος. Για να δούμε.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Θα σου δώσω, ναι. Την άλλη φορά. Για να δούμε από εδώ πέρα που πάει. Danger everywhere. Δύο Β1. 2β3. Do not stand on this side of fence.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Εννοείται θα πάμε από την μπλε την πόρτα. Και κάπως θα έχει δηλαδή να έχω το key card.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ναι, through the red. This is the red.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Κάτσε, από εδώ ήρθα λογικά.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Απογοητεύτηκε. Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Oh.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
A new option, Τώρα απ' τη μια δεν θέλω να τον ακολουθήσω, να κάνω αυτό που λέει, αλλά... Όχι, θα σκάσω άμα δεν πάω όμως. Πάμε. Α.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's ένα... Το χειρότερο 5 το καλύτερο μάλλον.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Τι είναι αυτό? Worldwide Leaderboard. Oh. Αυτά είναι αληθινά. Σιγά μην είναι αληθινά. This is you. Είναι 7 και 37. Έλα ρε. Τυχαίο θα είναι. 7 και 34 είναι. Έχω friends list. Ναι, αυτό. Οκ, δεν φαίνεται κάτι άλλο. Πάω από εδώ, πάλι.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Τώρα θα πω όχι.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
No.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Όχι, δεν θα πατήσω καν το κουμπί. Bye bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
Δεν μπορώ να φύγω από εδώ γιατί δεν μπορώ να πηδήξω.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Και στον αέρα κάνει κλικ-κλικ. Τι comfortable, ρε. Όχι, δεν μπαίνω. Θέλω κάπως να φύγω από εδώ, αλλά δεν μπορώ. Μάλλον δεν έχω και πολλές επιλογές. Θα πρέπει να πάω εδώ. Τι μου βγάλε achievement? Δεν το είδα. You can't run. Τι έγραφε? Δεν χωρά.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Mining? Δεν μπορώ να κάνω κάτι για να του σπάσω τα νεύρα τώρα. Και η μουσική μοιάζει λίγο με το Minecraft. Δεν ανοίγει τώρα. Σοβαρά. Τώρα πες μου ότι ήταν και randomly generated αυτό.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Όχι. Όχι, δεν έφερα, θέλω να φύγω. Δεν ήθελα να πέσω τόσο κάτω. Κάτσε λίγο, αυτό δεν είναι το τελευταίο που έχει κάτω-κάτω που δεν σπάει. Πώς το λένε, δεν θυμάμαι. Αυτό είναι άμμος εδώ πέρα. Ναι, τέτοιο, πώς το λένε. Ξέχασα και πώς λέγονται τα blocks. Λουλουδάκια, τι είναι αυτά. Δεν βλέπω τίποτα.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Τι.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Αχ, μπορώ να πιάσω πράγματα. Οπ. Σταμάτα να παίζει μουσική. Ωχ, μου πέσε. Έλα. Θα το πάρω μαζί, σάμπος. Ξέρω τι το κάνω. Αχ, σταμάτησε να ακούγεται.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Κοροϊδεύεις, Γιατί είναι τόσο σκοτεινά εδώ?
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough.
Αλήθεια.
So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work, and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Αλήθεια, θα μου αφήσει εδώ τώρα. Όπα, φέρνω εδώ. Το γραφείο μου είναι. Θα μπορούσε. Έχω μείνει με ανοιχτό το στόμα. Επίσης δεν βλέπω τίποτα. Δεν έχω φάκο. Όπα, έπεσα. Δεν βλέπω τίποτα απολύτως. Κάνα φως, παιδιά, κάτι. Το κλείσαμε. Μάλλον έκανα τον κύκλο τώρα. Έτσι φαίνεται. Ωχ, έλα εδώ θα πάω. Follow the light. Σε γρασίδι πατάω. Wow. Έλα. Κάπως θα μπορώ να πάω εκεί, δεν γίνεται. Πατάω όλα τα τουμπάκια, αλλά... κάτι έχει και με μπλοκάρει και δεν μπορώ να πάω. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Κάνω κάτι. Δεν φαίνεται να κάνω κάτι.